Hello everyone, this is Easy from mslumyblog.com and this is an in-depth view of the build 10136 Windows 10 Mobile. Alright, it's been a week since Microsoft released the Windows 10 Mobile build 10136. It's really stable compared to previous builds. And that's why I've actually been able to use it for 7 days straight as my primary device, and that shows you how stable it is. But that being said, it does have its issues, bugs, instability, so it's still not 100%, but it's definitely good enough to use day by day. All right, that being said, let's dive in real quick. First thing you want to notice is, of course, your custom backgrounds, which was actually introduced in the last build. So you can customize or you can change the transparency level of your tiles. As you can see here, there are a few bugs you notice right off the bat, like the Cortana tile here is just blank, and live tiles don't work also. Then drop down here, you have your typical notification center, 3 rows of action buttons, and then you have your notifications. I don't have any right now. So let's dive straight into settings. Since your settings are synonymous with settings on Windows 10 PC, there is new landscape mode. As you can see right there, you can dive into any settings you want to check out. For instance, I can go into, let's say, devices. So as you can see, it has this new split view in landscape mode. When you go back to portrait, it goes back to normal. As you can see there, you can flip it over and boom, you can see how you can have like a split view. You can change your views, so it changes on the side here, USB. It's not fully implemented in every settings page, so some pages haven't been changed yet, so that's why some of them actually take you to a new screen. So see NFC. As you can see, this doesn't support the split view, so it takes you to the solo view. And there is a new tap to pay. I think this was also in the previous build. You just have to put in your card information there to use tap to pay. It's actually, I'm not sure, I haven't tested it yet if it's actually active. Go back to settings here. You can check out, let's go to extras and turn on the side too. And as you can see, it also has the split view. Going to network plus, and that's not supporting split view, so it's really inconsistent. But then again, this is something Microsoft, it's a work in progress, so just so you know. And there's a nice voice call counter that shows you total minutes, hours you've used on the call. I don't know how many days this records, if it's a 30-day period, but right now this is what that shows you. So it would be nice in the future to have to be able to say what period actually the counter starts to count from. And you can also pin this to your start menu. Let's see what else we have here. We'll go back. We can check out, go to system. What else? Most of these settings were already available in the previous build, so just do a quick glance through. Have data usage here. So remember, the data sense app is actually integrated into the settings. So you have your full data usage analysis. You can see the details, and that's going to pop up. So it shows you all your apps and how much data it uses. Typical data sense features. You can set a limit to how much data you use and whatnot. So go back here. Mobile hotspot, which is originally called internet sharing on Windows 8.1, Windows Phone 8.1. You can see there's a new function where you can actually initiate, you can turn on the mobile hotspot from a remote device if you have this option on where it says allow another device to turn on your mobile hotspot. Both devices must be on Bluetooth and paired. So if you have a paired device, you can actually turn on your mobile hotspot remotely. So that's a nice feature to have. What else? Let's go back here. You can go to personalization. And as you can see, this is where you set your start screen. You can adjust transparency of your tiles here. And you can do show more tiles if you want to use the 2-tile column or the extended tile columns. Sounds. There is a bug with setting the ringtone. You can see there's a weird graphic there. It does take you into your custom ringtones, but right now it's kind of, the UI here is kind of weird. It's just a gray bar. If you can see that right there. And you have your other typical sound settings here. Okay, and all this also works in landscape mode. So this is quick access. You can just go here or here. You can see all your settings. You can actually adjust. Some setting pages do not actually lay out properly on the split view, so Max has to do a lot of polishing when it comes to landscape and split view with Windows 10. But there is a lot of time. So, but the direction they're going right now is pretty decent. So let's go back here. So that is it for settings. Next up, we can take a look at Outlook Mail. Outlook Mail, as you can see, also has the split view, so you can see different. You can see your inbox, sent items, drafts, and on the right side here, you can see your actual mail. You can click on it to go in. And mail hasn't been properly formatted. It's still kind of buggy, as you can see with the formatting when I zoom in and zoom out, but every other option is right there. You can actually respond. You can actually go to the next email by clicking on the previous item here or the next, and it takes you to the next mail, and then it crashes. So like I said, it's a preview build. You can always go back in and relaunch the application, but this stuff that is expected from beta software. You can actually leave your feedback about that bug that makes it crash. That's what this is all about, actually. You can go into calendar. You can see your settings here. You can choose a background picture, but for some reason that's just blank, so there's nothing to see. That's probably part of the incomplete work that's been done. You can see your different accounts that you're connected to. Reading. You have the option to choose what the app does when you read email. So you can do when go through a different option right there to. Let's see what else we got here. Options. So you can choose. You can see your different accounts and choose what options. So you can say what option the swipe right or swipe left does to the app. You can customize your email signature that shows up at the end of every email. You can choose to turn on notification banner, play a sound when you get a new email. I'm just going to show you, so you can do this to delete, or you can mark it on red. Or when you do a reply all, you can see your signature at the bottom, sent from Outlook Mail on Windows 10. So, and you have your full formatting section down here. So you have a full Microsoft Word functions that you can use to send your email. So that works too. Nothing's really, I mean, these are independent apps, so this is independent of what build you're running on Windows 10. This does get updated regularly by the Outlook team. You can actually switch into calendar. Nothing's really changed there, so I'm just going to skip that one. Next up, we're going to look at Cortana. Huge major improvement to Cortana. You can see the dark theme now introduced. Uh, you can see all your settings, all your interest from your notebook being set up here. Then you have your new UI stuff you can set. There are a bunch of bugs I did find out from, like for instance, in reminders, you can actually see, so for instance, your different reminders categories here. If you try to add one, and you get this blank screen, so that's a bug with Cortana. Then also Cortana has, if you're familiar with Cortana on Windows Phone 8.1, there is a music icon where you can tag music and search for music. That is now here. You have to go into the hamburger menu, choose music, and she listens. So it would be nice to bring that out into the home page for easy access instead of going through here. And a lot of people have been looking for the quiet hours. It actually is hidden into Cortana. This used to be in settings, so it's in here also. You can go into it and do what you want to do with quiet hours, set your hours, add your priority list of people who you want to go through quiet hours if you're familiar with it. So that works too. What else? Go into settings for Cortana. You can change your name, a bunch of different settings here. So that being said, search has dramatically changed on Windows Phone 10 or Windows 10 Mobile. So say you're searching for an image, I'm going to say Windows 10 here. So you can see your different search results. This is for web. I should be able to swipe to go to local, but that doesn't work. You have to actually tap on it. Images, image results. You can see the different image results here. You can see video, and you can see news. So wherever you search for, you can see the different results based off of these 5 categories here. So for news, you can see different Windows 10 news. For videos, you can see different videos, and you have the option to actually preview a video. So it actually plays like 10 seconds.
And on the taskbar. So whenever you're looking for something,
as you can see, it says
from your
playing
PC,
preview,
but also from the web.
You can see playing.
And move them around.
So that's what it does. It just gives you a preview.
So you can maximize,
so that's a really nice option.
Close with a...
Then under images, there's a nice feature here where you can see an image and you can see more information. You can view the source image, you can view the web page where that image is from, and there is more options down here. You can see top searches, you can see even Pinterest collections based off of your search. You can see different sizes of the image. You can choose, if you're looking for a medium sized image, you can click on medium, and it shows you all the search results of medium sized images. You can do large. So I mean, Bing search in Windows 10 has really expanded in the new build for mobile. But I'm not done yet. What else? Also, the crown jewel, you can actually see 6 pages with the image results. You can swipe to see more options, and you can do a view source image, so it shows you the image URL and shows you just that image. This is where if you choose to save that image, you can just hold it down, and yeah, this is a bug also. This is a dark theme in Project Spartan browser, so the pop-up menu is kind of the same color. It should be white to contrast with the pop-up menu, but if you do save image, you can choose where to save it. I can choose to save it locally on my phone or in OneDrive. So I'll do it on my device. It takes me to File Explorer, put it in Pictures. If I just want to put it in a picture folder, and I can actually rename it before I save. I mean, it's kind of cumbersome the way to save an image, unlike on Windows Phone 8.1 where you just hold it down and click save image and it saves it, but now you really have to go through all these steps, which I haven't decided yet if that's a really good idea, but it is really functional that way to rename the image and whatnot. So it would be nice to actually save it right from the search page instead of actually going into the browser first. but I guess this is how, if you don't like it this way, you can always leave your feedback to Microsoft. They are listening. So, but yeah, this is really what it looks like. Then you have local and you have web. So yeah, those are your, that is how the search works. That's how expansive it is in the new build for Windows 10 Mobile. Moving on, next up, let's take a quick look at the store beta, which has got some significant improvements as well. Going to the store here. So this is the new improved store. As you can see, it has a dark theme now. You can see a different sections, best rated. It's not really polished, but this is a work in progress. So, but I'm already liking what I'm seeing here. You can see the carousel where you can just go through the highlighted, spotlighted apps right there. You can see your top 3 apps. There actually are apps that are picked for you based off of the apps you already installed on your device. But you've seen all this before, so I'm just going to move on. You have apps, games, music. I think the music section is now active. It wasn't in previous builds, but it now is active. You can see there for music. You can search for music and purchase. And if you have a music pass, you can use that too. My library shows you a list of your installed applications and when they were installed or when they were last updated. But it's really, I've been using it for the last 7 days. And it's kind of iffy. So see right now there is nothing. I did have a bunch of apps in here. It did show me the date they were installed or the date they were last updated. But right now, so there you go. It is work in progress. But this would be where you would get your newly updated apps from. The download section, as the bugs are still there. When you click on check for updates, you don't really know if it's checking or not. Then you can go into settings here. You have your update ads automatically, and the live tile is, I guess live tiles haven't been activated on the Windows 10 mobile, so as you can see this option is grayed out. But all in all, that's a quick look at the Windows Store beta. Next up, let's take a quick look at the browser, see how much it's improved. Project Spartan hasn't been rebranded to Microsoft Edge yet, but rumor is it will be in the next build. So this is the browser right here. We can go to let's see, the browser is really responsive, it's fast. It does have its bugs, however. So you can go into the options, you can see add to favorites, add to reading list, your typical stuff. It has a nice new dark theme, although the address bar is still at the top. There's a lot of user feedback asking Microsoft to move this down to the bottom. Also a bug is the share page. If you want to share a page, it doesn't work, it doesn't do anything, so that's a bug, or it's an incomplete work. You can go to the hub, you can see your downloads here, you can see your history here, reading list, and your favorites. So then you have your tabs also. So there you can add a new tab, takes it to a new page. I can do a HTML5 test and see what the score is. And it's running a test. And it's on 4.1. So I think the last build had it at three something, but it has some significant improvements. Hopefully the next build will take this closer to 500, hopefully. Next up, let's take a look at maps. This is one of my favorite most improved apps on Windows 10 mobile compared to Windows 8.1. So there you have your new maps. You have nice controls on the side. You have your layered, where you can choose traffic or aerial view. I'm gonna go with aerial here. And there is, then you have your different options, hamburger menu again. You can search for places, directions. Let's say search. And search for Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't know why that popped up in my head. I think I searched for it earlier today. So you can see you can just swipe this up and you can see the different places, phone number, directions. There's actually a Yelp reviews actually integrated into it. So you can choose whichever one and go directions. It would be nice. One thing I did notice while using the map application is if you are playing music, it actually, once the navigation wants to direct you, it actually pauses your music. So if you have multiple voice over navigation coming in the map, you have a really bad experience because the music is always pause, play, resume, pause, resume. So it would be nice if Microsoft could uh, make it possible to just reduce the audio level of the music every time you get a navigation voiceover. That way it's kind of seamless. So that's how it's been on Symbian. I would love to see that feature in the new map application here. There's also a nice new feature, 3D cities. It is limited to a bunch of cities. You can just pick one and just see what it looks like in 3D. There you go. So this is George Jefferson, and you can see how fluid it is. You can zoom out and go around the city. I'm going to pick somewhere more interesting. Let's see. Sadly, there isn't an option to just search for the city you're looking for. But it is in alphabetical order, so that's good. So I'm actually looking for Las Vegas here. And there it is. So this is a nice 3D view of Vegas. You can see the various landmarks here. This is obviously the Bellagio right there. So that's another nice feature. Then also you can choose to print directions. So say you wanted directions, you can actually choose to print, and it would print out directions to your connected to your home printer. I haven't set that up yet, and as you can see, it just crashed. So that is another bug right there. Another feature we can take a look at is the Photos app did get slightly improved. I'm just going to go in here, show you the Photos application. So this is the, you can actually swipe up now to see file info. You can see the size of the picture, the resolution, the time it was taken, the date it was taken. And it would be nice if you could hold down on a file name and just rename it, but that's not possible. You can do edit, and you can choose your typical different edit options: crop, enhance, rotate. What else? So you can do a slideshow to just see your different applications. So let's see, go back here. I guess we're in landscape mode. So you can see different albums. You can see your different albums here. It would be nice if you could select what album what album to actually sync to OneDrive. So I can say, for instance, all my screenshots should actually automatically sync to OneDrive, but right now we don't have that option. Hopefully it comes in the future. And you can go to settings here. So in the settings you can see you can have the option to have Photos app remove duplicate pictures so it doesn't clog your collection in Photos. And you have your picture tiles, but this doesn't work because no live tiles are working right now. You can show photos and videos from OneDrive. If you don't want that option on, you can always turn that off. And that's a quick look at the Photos app. Another feature I forgot to mention. So if you go back to the home screen, you can actually just toggle your Wi-Fi on and off. Actually, most of the action buttons here, you can just tap on it to turn them on and off. For instance, Bluetooth, you can just tap on it to turn that off, turn it on. But if you actually want to go into the Bluetooth settings, you have to hold it down, and it takes you into your actual setting. The same goes for Wi-Fi or whatever, or like mobile hotspot. You can tap that to turn it on, or you can tap it to turn it off. So that is another huge improvement from Microsoft based off of insider feedback. So kudos to them on that one. Next up, let's take a look at the messaging. Is really nothing's changed there actually. I'm just gonna go back out. Let's check out the People app here. So you have your settings. What's News actually now works, integrates with Facebook and Twitter. So it give it a while to just sync in your contacts and what they're up to on different social platforms. And a really interesting feature I just noticed is groups. So this favorites actually syncs from Skype. So Skype is now integrated into your People Hub. So if I go into favorites, I can see 2 contacts in here, and I think there was an update to Skype app. I think this was the feature that was enabled, because if I go into my Skype here, it now syncs. I actually tested this. It actually syncs. This is the same favorite. So if I had a contact here, it actually gets synced into my People Hub. So I'm just going to open the People Hub real quick, and it gets synced here, the same favorites app. So I guess that is what Microsoft, one of the steps they're taking to fully integrate Skype. I guess something's going on here to integrate Skype into. I'm going to close this real quick. That's one of the options Microsoft did to really integrate Skype into your phone, into your People Hub. So that's really nice. Eventually, we're also going to see Skype integrate into the messaging app. Right now, there's really nothing. So yeah, that's a neat option. Also, there are a few other improvements to the People Hub. For instance, you can actually manually sync these options to manually sync. Like if you added a new contact to your account, to your Outlook account, for instance, you can come into settings under accounts and manually sync it. So if you go to your PC, Windows 10 running PC or Windows 8, and go to your People Hub, that new contact would be in there. So this is a way to automatically sync newly added contacts to the different platforms you're using, like your PC or tablet running Windows, obviously, or yeah, running Windows. So yeah, you can do that. Then you can actually add social apps also, and click on that there, and it would show you different social apps to actually add. There is a bug here because it takes me, okay, 5 minutes ago, before I started making this video, I had Facebook, Twitter, and a whole bunch of other social apps. Right now I have PowerPoint, so this is just obviously a bug that needs to be ironed out. But yeah, with Get Social, you should have Twitter already on this list because it's already integrated with Facebook. So right here you can see it says alpha, so this is alpha build, so no worries. We still have a long way to go. Also, your app drawer or app list has also been updated. You can now search. The search just works when you put in the first letter and it shows you all the apps start with T, or it shows you all the apps start with P. But once you go on further, it doesn't recognize, actually it won't find anything after the first two. Okay, so I guess it now works. Previously, after the first letter, it doesn't work anymore. But now you can just put in the letter in there and you can browse through all the apps that start with that letter. So yeah, that works. Then this is your, the shortcut to go to whatever app you're looking for. If you start with O, you can just go to O and it takes you there. So that's that for the app list. Also, there is a new customized background in the tags view, so you can see the background here shows my custom image even in the task bar, or multitask view here. So that's a nice feature. Eventually we'd love to see live tiles, but that's a little bit ambitious. And also it would be nice to actually swipe right and put Cortana on the left side there, kind of like Google Now on most Android devices, where you can swipe there and you can see all your Cortana interest in flashcards and all that stuff. But maybe we would see that in the far future next year. I don't know. So let's move on. So next up, OneDrive also got updated. I should do a separate video about this, but as you can see, you have your settings and your account. You can see your account actually calculates how much space you have left. You can actually add multiple accounts, which is a nice feature. I think that's been on already. You can turn on camera upload. So if you choose not to automatically upload your pictures to OneDrive, there is now an option to turn that off. You can turn that on. You can actually, if you have multiple accounts, you can choose what account to upload it to, and you can choose whether or not you want to upload your video. So if you have high res like 1080p videos and you're on a data connection, you can choose to turn that off to save your data. So that's a nice option. And you can also choose to use metered connection. So if you're on data but you do want to upload your videos, you can use a metered connection. That way it would preserve your data. So that's a good option on OneDrive there. Let's go. You can see these arrows up here actually show you downloads or uploads in progress. And so as you can see, I have pending, since I turned on my camera upload, it's now uploading my pictures to OneDrive. So it shows you activities here. You can see uploading shows the status. It's kind of buggy, as you can see, so it just closed for no reason. Alright, so next up, let's see what else we've got. I did notice Nokia account here. I don't know why. I believe Nokia accounts have been closed, but for some reason, yeah, it doesn't load. So that's a bug. That probably would be taken away in the next build. So nothing to see there. And we can look at movies and TV. So as you can see, if you have rented movies or TV shows, you can watch them from here, or you can go to the store, or you can actually search from within the movies. Let's say I search for Transformers, for instance. If you don't have any video file named Transformers locally on your phone, you can actually choose to go to the store, and it would search from the store, which is what it's doing right now. So you have apps with that name Transformer, you have games, you have albums, that's probably soundtracks and all that stuff. Then you have movies down here, choose the last one that came out, and you can choose to buy. You can choose standard definition or high def. Or if you're not sure of the movie, you can always watch a trailer and watch that play. I'm watching landscape mode. So another nice option is you can actually use Mirrorcast to cast this to your TV.
A rare metal, molecularly unstable.
Actually, this is Mirrorcast is right here. So
It's what they're made of.
it's trying to detect any Wi-Fi display, wireless display to connect to, but there's none. That's what that means.
You guys have never seen a truck like this before.
You can pause this. You have your volume. You can make it full screen right there. It's small. So full screen essentially goes into the tiny bar that shows you your signal strength and Wi-Fi and battery and clock. It actually extends the screen out there. That's what the full screen does. So it gives you a full experience with whatever you're watching. So, and that's nice. UI looks great too. So let's move on. See what else. The Get Started app, which has a nice tutorial intro video on how to use Windows 10 Mobile, is actually missing in this build. I don't know. It was there before. It kind of disappeared. I guess they're working on it. And they have the voice recorder app. This you cannot use to record a phone call. It would be nice to see that feature added in the future. You can see settings, which just shows you the version you're running. And also the voice recorder doesn't work in the background, so if I do start to record, once I go out I get a notification saying it's been paused. So yeah, that's that. So that's the kind of limitation right there, but hopefully we will see some changes. Next up, what's really exciting is the camera app. You can see the nice UI with the new Windows 10 design. I don't know what these are called, string wire designs. There still is no swipe to bring in your gallery, but there is this nice feature here where your settings is actually transparent right there, and this has led a lot of people to send in requests to have the notification also transparent. It looks really nice. As you can see, your settings, this is, whoever thought of this is really brilliant. It looks really lovely with the application, with the camera app here. As you can see, everything is all wired design. So you have your typical Lumia camera layout control, manual controls here. Same thing with video. So the whole UI for the camera has changed. It looks nicer now with the rest of it. Oh, and Cell Timer now has, you can actually program your camera app to take a picture every 5 seconds by checking this box down here, or you can choose 10 seconds. So you have between 2, 5 and 10, so you can choose that too. And yeah, so moving on, we can check out the battery saver app here, which is not complete. There is still a lot of work to be done on this. As you can see, nothing works actually. You can tap on show apps with usage or show using the last 48 hours. Nothing works. It's just nothing. So this is the setting from Windows Phone 8.1, and this hasn't been updated with new Windows 10 design. So I guess battery saver still has a lot of work to be done. Next up, let's go check out the new, there's been a lot of rave about the new music app, and rightly so, because it's been heavily improved on. Yeah, so you can notice how sluggish the OS is, so just have that in mind. If you're patient enough, then you can deal with it. But yeah, this is the music application. You can search for songs, say Dr. Dre, and if it's not there, there should be an option to search in the store, but I guess that hasn't been added yet. So that's something to look forward to. You have your recent play albums, artists. You can go into settings here. You can see downloads. It's not download right now. Go back and go to more. There's nothing there, but these are all your Xbox settings for your music, or Xbox music settings right there. I can go to songs here. I pick a song. I'm going to pause that. Then let's go back, tap on the song. You can actually swipe up and you can pick whatever songs added to the now playing playlist. You have your shuffle, repeat, typical controls for a music app. Personalized. Let's see, just going to turn the volume down. and should be able to get more options. So you can see download music. So you can, if you download, then it actually downloads that song from OneDrive, because actually these are songs from my OneDrive music folder, and you have the option to actually download it and have it locally stored on your phone, so you can actually play it offline, which is a nice option to have, I'm guessing. So yeah, so let's see what else. Actually, and you have there's a progress bar here to show you how much of it's been downloaded, so that's nice. You can do multi-select. You can select multiple songs here and add it to, you can do add to a playlist. You can do a new playlist. So yeah, the music app is coming along nicely. You can see, you can always swipe this down. You can close this. You can always see the status of your downloads by going into settings and downloads. So as you can see, there is being downloaded. So okay, let's go and see. Go back to settings here, and yeah, that is a look at the music app. Oh, one last thing, you can actually click on the name of title of the song, and it takes you to I guess I'll call this the folder view, and you can see play all from that folder. You can add to, or there's a nice little menu here where you can do download or delete that song or see the artist. So yeah. So next up, let's take a look at the phone application, which also got a few improvements to it. Tap on this. So this is the phone application here. You have your history right here. Select call, block calls. You can go to settings. So this is a nice option I just found where you can actually turn off smart dialing. What smart dialing is, and it actually explains it right there, is you can actually use your T9 keypad to search for contacts from your list. So for instance, if I go to the dial pad here and say I type in, I'm looking for contact from J, I can just go J, and you can just scroll and it shows you, you can see all the contacts that have J in them. You can bring back the keypad actually slides down to see your different results. You can tap it to bring it back up. So say for instance I was looking for AT&T, I can go A, T, and if you go down you can see AT&T. So that is what smart dialing is, and it's fascinating because you can actually turn that off. I don't know why you would, it's really convenient, but Microsoft has given us the option to turn off T9 dialing. So if you want to go back and do it the traditional way of actually going into your phone book, then searching for the contact you want to add and all that stuff. So I don't know how this is a better option than what we have right now with smart dialing, but you know, it's all about choices. There probably are people who love the Windows Phone 8.1 way of doing stuff. So yeah, but my most liked feature from the phone app is the ability to just drag down the dial pad. That is really nice. So say I made a call, you can see what the layout looks like. You can see you have your, this is the new layout in call UI for Windows 10 Mobile. You can see hold, you can see add a call, mute speaker. You can go to the dial pad, and there is a Skype button. You can actually change this to whatever video calling app you want to use. That would depend on the third-party developers to actually integrate their app with the phone call. So to change that, actually, let's see. if you want to change it, you can, let's give it a minute. You can go back here. Write this down, history, go to settings, and you see more. There actually are more settings you can look at. So, and yeah, you can do switch video calls. So right there, you can get an app and integrate it into your calling. So yeah, that's a really nice feature to have. So all in all, that's a quick look at Windows 10 Mobile 10.136. We are expecting a new build by next week, the last week of June, or probably first week of July. But so far, I'll give this build a 6 out of 10. It is usable as a daily device. You have to be really patient, as you saw with this demo in the review I just did. You have to be really patient because sometimes you can get an unresponsive notifications. There are a few bugs. What you have to do is just go into the Windows feedback and filter out all the bugs that have been reported by other users and decide if you really want to use this. But if you do use it for a day or two and decide it's something you want to use daily, yeah, you can go for it. But be aware it is a technical preview software, so there are a lot of bugs, instabilities. So if you're okay with that, yeah, this is the first build I would recommend. If you want to use this as a daily driver, you can try that out. It does come with its kinks and wonkiness, but yeah, you can check it out. So this is easy, and this has been a quick, in-depth. I hope this was quick. I don't know how many minutes. It's been a quick, in-depth view of Windows 10 Mobile on Lumia 10 830. So thanks for watching. Bye.